Hello, welcome back to I'm on a Lockpick. Alright, so I think we're in World 5 again. We got one more level to, one more puzzle to do. Yeah, one more. And, oh, yes, I know Kina. I'll do this last level before talking to you. I'm pretty sure you gain a new conversation topic after every world clear. But we'll do this first. Okay, so world... Sorry, not world. The last level, World 5. 5B, clutter space. Whoa, okay, someone sure cluttered this place up. Yeah, everything's so weird when packed tightly like that. Yet it actually looks quite cozy. It would be quite thrilling to sleep in such a strange room, don't you agree? Just be sure not to sleep on a key you aren't supposed to collect yet. Okay. So, pure doors. Okay, no brown this time, which I think is a relief. But just to recap, pure doors can't be opened by master keys. Okay. So that's where the pure color comes in. We have green keys, which are erosion. We have a red blast door here, which I need to use a master key on. Okay, exact green key. Okay, a bunch of stuff happening. Whoa, alright. Not sure how I'm going to want to do this exactly. Here's a stash of 9 pure keys. Okay, let's look at all the pure doors here first, because the end needs to be exactly 0. So whatever pure keys I collect, I need to use immediately. Sorry. How many pure locks are there? 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 2, 5, 2, 5. That's 10. 11. There are 11 pure. No, there's 2 more here. 13 pure locks. 13 pure locks. I can say I need to pass through this blank pure door to proceed to the second half. Here's a 5 and the 9. Oh, I can't collect the 9 too early. Yeah, because before that point, there are only 8 pure locks, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And no matter what I do, I'm going to add 9 to my count if I collect this, which is not going to help me at all. I can't decrease that value. I need to bring 0 here. So therefore, I can't collect you early. I need to collect you first. Okay. But then I need to use exactly 5 to get back to 0. Which has to be a 3 and a 2, I think. Or it could be 2, 2, 1, but that requires me to pass through a 3 as well. So either way, I'm going to need to pass through a 3. I'm going to then pass through a 2, which could be either of these, but that means this isn't collected early. So my path will be up here, around here, and I open this and that. If I need to open this, then I have to open this, which must be done with a master key. Okay, and the only master key that exists before this point is the one I have right now. I can't collect you earlier. So I think it doesn't matter. I should just master key this door. Having erosion is an okay property now. I don't think there are any relevant blank green doors yet. And I need to collect this 8 to unerode this thing. So I have to collect this 8, yeah. And again, no blank doors in the way to inhibit us before this point. So I'm pretty sure I can just do this. Now another thing, I need to master key through this, right? I said that, yes. And I could collect these master keys, because I will need to anyway. So I will have 3 master keys total. One of them's here. One of them's gonna have to be here as well. And as for pink, well, there are pink keys lying around. Okay, but there's also a blank pink door here. Oh, okay. Not sure what that means. I mean, I can just walk through this with a white door. My main concern is whether I should master key this instead. There are still white doors lying around that I might need to try and get past. Okay, but oh no, there are 5 white keys here. I was gonna say there are no more white keys left, but there are white keys left. Which means that I can still walk through this normally without using a master key. So I'm not entirely sure what exactly I need to win here. Okay, you know what? Let's just do the logical thing and open this without using the master key. Open you. I could technically open this as well, get to 0. But there could be reason why I would rather open this instead, because that gives me access to more white keys, which I might want. I'm gonna have to master key through you, definitely. Right now I can't do anything. I have to go in here, which is fine for me. I know not to collect the 9 too early. But now I can walk through that and use the last master key over there. If I went through these normally... The 6 here is... Oh my goodness, voice crack. The 6 here is really suspicious. If I open the 6 normally, I need to pass through this and this, which already uses more than 12 pink keys. So the master key has to go through one of them. Actually, I have a lot of master keys here. So I really shouldn't be worried, I guess. However, if I really want to get rid of all my pink keys so I can do things normally, it would have to be either 6 and 6 or 4 4 1 3 to get to 12. Let's assume it's 4 4 1 3 because I think that uses less master keys. Can I afford to lose all of these now? I think the answer is yes. But I'm not sure that's a good idea. Maybe that's why I wanted to master key through this green door instead. No idea. Alright, let's say I don't go up there yet. I do this first. Okay, well, at some point I'm gonna have to use up the greens anyway, because walking through here is a horrible idea. Okay, so if that's the case, then I might as well walk here. It would be a nice thing to do if I could get rid of these 2 green keys as well. Especially here, which is a nice idea. Then I can collect 2, 1, and 2 to get to 5. But I do notice if I want to get back to 0, I would have to use the green here and here to get back to 0. But why would I want to get back to 0? To open this? I could have used the master key on that. But okay, let's say no. Let's say I do this. I will collect this and then another 4 to get rid of the pink. I can get rid of the 5 white here. Or I can get rid of the 5 white via here, here, and here. Which means I only use 2 master keys, as opposed to if I did this, in which case I have to use like, I think 3. This is on the assumption that I simply collect every key to start. Which, you know, may not be the best idea. Yeah, I need to master key through so many things now. I can use the 9. I think I can definitely afford to take the 9. Well, maybe not. I definitely need to erode this first to make progress here, so... How about no? How about I do this to get in there? Green here. Actually, yeah, I should get rid of my pink keys now. I can collect the green key to unroll already. I think I should. I'm never gonna miss out on something here. I have the master key to this no matter what. I think I'm missing things. But that's okay. I have a blast door down there. Oh. If I had a blast door down there, then I feel like there may not be a reason to keep many of these green locks. Okay. Yeah, now I'm stuck, aren't I? I'm stuck. How do I unroll that? If I master key through here... then I'm also equally stuck, I think. Yeah, the 9 is now really useless because I can't just pick it up. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to have had 2 more pure doors somewhere. Oh well, the 2 pure doors have been. Okay, so let me think about this a bit more clearly. Let's just restart. So, here are 14 pure keys. We know that there are 13 pure locks, right? It doesn't make sense to collect the 9 at all, I think. But if I didn't, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... I only have access to 10 pure keys, meaning I need to leave behind 3, which I don't think I can do. There are very few ways that could happen. I could leave behind a 1 here and a 2 here, which completely blocks my access to this point. I can't just leave behind this 3 or this 3, because then I leave behind more locks. So if I choose to not collect the 9, then that's what I have to do, I think. Leave behind the 1 and the 2. Is that okay? Am I missing something? Because 5 and 9 is 14, and there are... you count again. 2, 5, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? There are 13 locks only. 13 pure locks only. So collecting the 5 and the 9 is bad. The only way to offset that is if I collected a 9 first and then changed its value with a 5. At which point we might have a bit more of a problem. Because then how am I supposed to get rid of you? I could collect the 9 to open this. And then afterwards... collect the 5 and then open all the remaining locks. That gives me 0 pure keys to exit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Oh, that works out perfectly. Huh. So there is a way to utilize the 9 key here. Okay, well... let's suppose that were the right move. I have to collect the 9 first, open you, then collect the 5 to proceed. Which I should do. Now the 5, we already know how we're going to use the 5. Master key through you. Now the pink keys, again, I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. It seems like eventually I'm going to have to master key through this 6 and this 6. And then get rid of all of these. To pass through here. I think if I think about pink as its own dedicated system, what is the way to use the fewest number of keys? If I had pinks remaining, master key has to be here. Right now it seems like the best I can do is 12 keys here and then 2 master keys and I walk through the blank door. It seems like that's the best way to do things. Also, I think it's really weird that this area exists at this point. Because if I already had 3 pure keys, couldn't I just open this? Why would I have 3 pure keys, then enter here to collect 2 more pure keys? Either way, I still need to collect the third pure key, right? So why does this exist? It's not to spend white keys, because at this point I already have cleared... No, I wouldn't. Here's a blank white door that could be relevant. Right, so I could collect this one and this one, open you, and then open the white door to get down to 0, then open this. So I could collect these 2 keys, this third key, and win here. If that was necessary, I think what that means is that the 5 white keys at this point opens this guy. No, master key opens this guy. The 5 white keys are allocated the remaining 5 locks. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, following Y as a system, I'm just gonna keep doing this. I think I have to do this to walk through you. Erode. At this point, I can get rid of my keys to open this, I think. Okay. Alright, and then I set my number. See, here's another issue with green. Is this good? I mean, the problem is that I don't think at any point... Can I redo? I can't. I don't think at any point I could have lost any more green keys. Just saying. Right? Can I undo a reset? Just checking. I cannot. Alright. That's fine. So yeah, I couldn't have lost any more green keys, I don't think. No, I actually don't collect the 5 first. I collect the 9 first. Do this. Then I reset to 5. Yeah, so if I can't lose any more green keys, I'm fairly certain I have to walk in there with at least... Sorry, yes, with at least 2 keys here. So I have to do this. I have to do that. I can do this. I'll need to reset to 2. And at that point, I will need probably to gain all 5 of these keys to open that. Okay. Well, we know where pink is going. We know where you should master key through this. We know at this point we probably need 5. At this point, we probably need 5. So I'm gonna have to open this. I can clear all my pinks at this point. And you keep 5. So I can get rid of the last master key here. Get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. At this point I can collect the white to open that door. I feel like we're missing something still. If I did this... I mean, I think I would be fine actually. Because I can get rid of my greens via the blast door over there, yeah. And I still have the 2 master keys for everything. Okay, perfect. We're done. So I collect you, and then I collect you up there. 2 master keys opens down here and clears out my remaining 2 white keys. And then using the 0 white keys I have, I can open this area and collect the last pure key I need. Wow. There you go. Good stuff. I am quite happy I figured that out. The whole gimmick with the white keys. Nice. Alright, Kina, what do you have to say? Or what do we have to talk to Kina about? It's getting hard. You know, these puzzles are kind of starting to actually get a little bit hard now. That might be a trend that continues a bit. I believe it is referred to as a difficulty curve. I see. Well, let's hope this difficulty curve is some troughs alongside its peaks. Let's hope this difficulty curve is also continuous and does not diverge. I think I agree? If by diverge you mean go to infinity, then yeah. If by continuous, well... Can a difficulty curve ever be non-continuous? It would have to like... either spike or dip really, really hard. Anyway. Alright, we're now at World 5. I think we can move on to World 6. So World 6 is up here, I think. Yeah. Hello. Negative garden. Negative garden, huh? Yeah, aren't we gonna be in for a surprise? Domain extension. Alright, so just looking at this, I'm sure you've got quite a lot of questions on your mind. With that being said, I think I'll go ahead and be quiet for now to let you experience this. Have fun. So yeah, negative values. You can have negative keys. The sound effect for getting negative keys is pretty different too. Sorry. So yeah, here we need 24 to win. This is a gain. This is a gain, but moving on is a loss. This is a loss no matter what. So the idea is to ensure the greatest possible gain. I think the middle part here is definitely the greatest gain possible. And the trick here is that you can go in two different directions to gain keys. So for example, this is a gain, but moving forward is a loss. However, this is another gain. To get the 7 there, this is a gain. It's a smaller gain on the other side, which is why I choose to do this. Here, these are dead ends, so I can argue ideally, or identically to how I usually do. And there you go, 24. There you go. So yeah, it's domain extension. Technically speaking, there is nothing different about negative numbers, but eventually we will see how that is not true. So yeah, negatives can be positive. Ah, here are negative doors. Did you have fun with the negative keys? Well, this wall right isn't over yet. Now there's negative doors as well, which require a negative amount of their color of key to open. That's right, those negative keys are now important, and you're gonna have to learn how to properly manage it both ways now. So here, -4 can't open this. However, I can do this, and it brings me closer to 0. So these negative doors push my key count upwards. Okay. So I need -5 to win. This is a net 0 in terms of orange, so I might as well. That is still a net 0, yes. I can gain 5 here, but I'm not sure why I want to do that. So I just walk through here and go through here. I can keep going and I have to. And now I have to collect the 4. Okay, so now it appears that I need the 5 to actually get to 8 to clear this out, bring it back down to 0. So that I can actually get a -5. Meaning I'm pretty sure I need to open you and you, because I am preparing to collect a -5 after clearing out all my keys. So it is bad to go here first, because I think this brings me down to 3. Yeah, and then I can't actually open the door. So I have to open the door first to get down to 0, and then do this. I mean, that looks very interesting, but really it isn't. It's the exact same principle we've done before. It's like if you have 5 keys, I don't know what I'm saying. If you have 5 keys, yes. Alright, staying neutral. So yeah, blank doors. Admittedly, being hit with this one as a third puzzle would annoy me as well. However, I think when it comes to negative keys, you should take all the training you can get. As a fun fact, even though blank doors could technically have a negative outline, it wouldn't change how they work, so they all look normal. That is correct. Okay. So, just all purple now. I need to constantly go from a number back to 0. Okay. Well, I assume that master keys can open doors of negative values as well. Yeah, that is true. So I need to get to 0 after collecting 6. How would I do that? Well, this guy is super annoying. I have no idea how I'm gonna get past you. I can maybe enter here and try to get 8 keys like that. But that seems difficult, if even possible. The 7 here maybe helps us. But that's also hidden behind another 8 door. Yeah, so I have to use my master key now. That's the only master key I'll ever have. It's either on the first door here or the first door here. My mind is already saying it has to be this one. And the reason is because if I used it on this one, there's basically no way to open this guy anymore, and we're completely stuck. Of course, you could then argue that it might be possible that the bottom part is entirely unused. But that's very unlikely. So let's attempt to do this for now. Okay. So now we need to get from 6 to 0. Actually, not sure how I would do that. Here's a 4. Okay, so what I can do is I can enter here first. The 6 can meet a 4 door plus or minus 2, and that brings me to 0. And I'm actually fairly certain there's no way to get to this area up top right now. If I collected the 6 first, I can never get past the blank door anymore. So this is a bad idea. I need to do this first. Okay. -2 to bring me to 0. Now how to get from -6 to -0? Oh, 0. Well, here's a -4 that can open that. This is a net 0, so I can use the -4 to open all of this and bring myself to 0. Which is interesting, because that lets me open both blank doors, right? Do I want to do that? I see that -6 here can combine with the 2. It can also combine with the 8. But in both cases, I'll never actually get to 0. In fact, if I get the 8, right, I think I'm dead, because there's no way to open any of these doors anymore. So at this point, I have to collect this. I have to open you. This brings me to -5. But the -2 and the 3 combined should give me to 0. It does. Okay. I see now that this 8 can technically open the up there, which I think I want. If it were the 6, I would still need to collect the 8 to open this, so I might as well just do this right now. It brings me to 0, which I guess is helpful, but not really. Alright, I have to collect the 6 now. I can't clear out 6 keys right now, but I might be able to do stuff. I need to go down to 0. Okay, I see that if I have to use this in conjunction with this, I think, which is equivalent to -10 plus 8, which is -2. So yeah, if it's a -2 here, -2 here, and this combines to a -2, then that should bring me to 0, right? Well, I have to open this first so I can actually get to -8. Yes, if I hadn't collected the 2 door up here, then I would have never gone as far down as -8. There you go. Alright, let's continue. Break from the madness. Break from the madness, is it? Are you sure? This... Okay, kinda questionable, but I can see how things are gonna work out here. Ever thought about why you didn't get red keys on the world form? If you did, you'd have been smart about what they do. Now though, you know better. It feels good having made it this far, right? So here's a simple puzzle with red keys for old time's sake. Yeah, if red keys had shown up earlier, then I'd have the aura. Right now it's also irrelevant, but back in World 1 and 2 and 3, if I had seen this aura, I might have been very confused as to what it does. So yeah. Okay, so this is a pure negative-positive puzzle. Every lock here brings me back to 0. So I go back to 0 after doing this. Same for negatives. If that is true, then there must be a path that jumps back and forth. And it has to jump back and forth. I believe it... Well, it's possible that from a big number I can balance out. So I can get like a 4. Can I ever get a 4? I don't know. Okay, well I will say, net 0 arguments should still work here, right? Is there any reason why net 0 arguments are not usable here? I don't know, but there's a bunch of net 0 arguments here. So many, in fact. So this final one is not a net 0, but I can see a bunch of net 0s that follow after. This might be a net 0 argument problem, which is why it's so simple. Yeah, I think it is. Unless plot twist. Actually no, I have a final net 0 to clear. There you go. So it was a net 0 problem. Cool. Was in fact a break from the madness. I wonder if this was doable with a normal number of keys. Sorry, by normal I mean positive. Switcheroo. Alright, what's that say? Questionable residues. 6 down there. Is 6A up there? No, 6-8. Wow. Alright, switcheroo. Oh, okay, back to red keys. Whoa, new key. Surprise, it's a new key type. This one I like to call the sign flip key. What it does is rather simple. It converts positive to negative keys and vice versa. Naturally, it means it can complicate blank door puzzles even further. There are quite a lot of those, huh? Yeah, blank door puzzles. So, okay, I have to go here. I have to flip my sign to -4. Which I will note, removes the red aura. So having a negative number of keys does not give you aura. Okay, here's 3 master keys. Here's -34. Okay, I guess I should collect that. I kind of have to. No matter what I do up top, I'm gonna have to collect this anyway. So at some point I have to sign flip. And I have to get back down to 0. I have to use all master keys. I have to use all red keys. Yes, because I need to pass through here with 0 master keys. Okay. So how many locks are there? 12, 12, 12. That's already 36, which is a lot. And okay, well, I need to ask, why is adding these together a good way to do things rather than like having these be set negative? Like, why can't I cancel these out and assume they add up to 0? I think it's because in both cases the number brings you closer to 0. So in both cases the sort of direction you take is the same, having the 0 as the end goal. Yeah, which means that if you cancel them out, the 2 directions will be different. And so it's an incorrect thing, incorrect calculation. Because one of the directions that you are calculating is not towards 0, which is bad. So yeah, in this case, we can actually add all these together and figure out what we need. So how many locks are there? Actually, there's 3 sets of 4, 12, and 1. So that's 17 times 3, which is 51. Okay, if that's 51, 51 minus 34... Sorry, I need to do my math. Is it 17? I think it's 17. So I need to clear out 17... I need to clear out 17 locks with the master key. Okay. But at the same time I notice that I need a positive number to freeze you. Wait, I don't need to clear out 17 with the master keys. I need to clear out less than or equal to 17. I can leave some behind, yeah. Okay, but if I assume that I need a positive number to freeze this, then the only way to actually open this is via master key. And then similarly here, this must be open by master key. That's already 5. I can also afford to open... Actually, I can afford to open 12 more, which I think is perfect. And this is very good for me because it leaves so many negative doors open. That a sign flip now is completely okay. Yeah, there you go. That solves it. Okay. I think it all worked out very well there. 6-9. When in the world are my letter levels? No idea. Alright, 6-6, Colorful Life. Oh no, it's brown! Even though we're out of the haunted attic, the curse of the brown key still persists. However, I do wonder what happens if we have a negative amount of them. Perhaps we unleash negative amounts of the curse. Well, either way, you're the one who can check those things. Oh crap, okay, so negative brown, huh? Well, we can't really get there yet. I need to use 10 brown here. Do negatives stay negative? They do stay negative even if you brown them. So here I can only work with the keys I have. Let's actually go back down to 0 first. I don't really care about optimizing. I want to see what this does. Oh, okay. So that's a pure color, but it isn't pure anything. It isn't. Well, okay. It pures. No, it doesn't pure this. It just opens it. Oh, okay. So like it looks like what I want is to open this and open that, which should clear out all these that I have. It still doesn't tell me what the aura does, but I mean, sure, I guess. I don't know what the aura does. Here's 7 brown I can't avoid. Collecting 9 brings me to -2. Which surprisingly doesn't exist. So I need to go further down first, I think. The only negatives that exist are 3s and 4s, I think. So to go down to 0 from 9, I'm gonna have to go down to -7 or -4 or -3. If I add 9 to each of those numbers, I need to end up with either 2 or 5 or 6. Okay, if I end up with 2 or 5 or 6, I can end up with 2 by doing this and this. That doesn't open up a 3 and a 4. Okay. Okay, can I go down? I can go down to 6 by doing this. But the problem is that... Oh, that goes up to 5? Oh. Wait, hold on. No, I need to go down to 6, which means I need to open 1 or 5, which is this. So this should work, yeah. Oh wait, but I need to brown that first, of course. What? It undoes that oh, it undoes the curse. You know what? That makes a lot of sense. It undoes the curse, huh? So I can't do that. Well, thank you for telling me. Does that change things? It might. Okay. So that is to say, to clear out -7 keys, I cannot brown anything. I must use pure brown locks, right? Yeah, I think that's what it means. So I think it was in fact correct to open this and this, because I can only use brown locks to clear out negative brown keys. Meaning I need to do this to open that. Okay, so everything I've done was surprisingly correct so far. So now, again, I'm either brought down to -2, which isn't valid. It needs to be either this 3 or this 4 or a combination. I do notice that if I had this, I can actually open you freely. Because, yeah, that thing will no longer be brown. Or I will no longer have the brown aura. Okay, so is this okay? I think that's actually not okay. I need to go down to 2. Okay, well I can go down to 2 by doing this. Do I want to brown that? I mean, I always have a chance to brown it later. So yeah, by going down to 2, I can open up all of these. And now I need to simply clear 8, which I can do. That's a very easy thing to do, actually. Here we are. Okay. A bunch of extra doors left untouched. Alright, 6B. 6B is down here. I don't have 6A, but I have 6B. Fascinatingly. Maybe 6A is behind this door. Sure. Okay, do I really want to continue here? I feel like if I kept going, I'm just gonna keep getting more complicated and more confused. So I think the answer is no. I probably don't want to continue this. Like, the whole negative thing probably would have blown my mind had I not already known about it. So yeah, I guess we'll continue this next time. Until then, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye!